Hi, lovelies. Today I just wanted to have real talk today. It's super fun doing the hauls and makeup tutorials, and I've done like five makeup tutorials that you guys haven't seen because I haven't either recorded them or it didn't upload, or I don't know. I'm new to this, but this is just gonna be me straight up real talking because we can be like as upbeat and positive and inspirational and fight and struggle and be amazing Christians and serve and do all this amazing stuff, but we still have days that just suck, just like everybody else, every other person. I can't see my kitty cat. Every other person, they have bad days. And when you're chronically ill, it just kind of feels like you're whiny like every day. And so when you have like really bad days, it's really hard to just be like, no, like this is like above and beyond my suck days. I'm like, no, I can't be like inspirational today. Like that's the kind of day I'm having. I'm not like I just wanted to kind of talk about like the suck days. I think we beat ourselves up for them and we feel like whiners or burdens or guilty or, I must not be doing something right because things are getting worse and I just keep on finding out more and more bad news and I can't get a diagnosis and all these like horrible things that build up inside of us. And if we're not letting them go, and letting God take over, then they just build up on our heart. And the thing is that as much as we unload and serve and do all these things, we still have days where our hearts get overloaded because we're under attack. Everybody's under attack. We all experience sin and we all experience hardship in our lives. And when you're chronically ill, it's almost like we're denied the okay to just have a crap day. We just kind of like, oh yeah, she always has crap days, or yeah, she's just so inspirational. It's like somebody said, like, listen, do not look at me as your freaking leader, okay? I'm not like an inspiration of strength and like of godliness. Like this that I was gonna say I almost cussed yesterday, but like I cussed in my head. I think pretty much like thinking about cussing is cussing in your head. And I do lots of worse stuff, but being codependent, I usually like cry hysterically in my room, or I might say something that's like a little snotty to a friend, and then I feel really guilty. But I mainly just miss the ability to have a crap day. Because kind of the bars, like, this is like the normal bar, and then like this is the bar we live on, but then we sometimes go to this bar. I've been through hell and back, and I'm not going to sit here and whine and complain because I'm so blessed to be where I am. But my mom reminded me today because I was talking about an issue, and she was like, well, you have to remember you've had a lot more experience with this. And it made me think of a question that goes around a lot, and I call them 6 circles. But the question is, what do you miss most about your life before chronic illness? And I'd always hear it and kind of like, I miss like everything? But then I'm like, well, it's kind of like a go back in time thing, like, because I wouldn't be the person I am now, and I wouldn't have the friends I have now, and my church, and like all these amazing things. So like, I don't want to go back in time, but like, it's like a complicated question. At least with someone with OCD thinking, that it gets complicated. But what it really made me think when I heard my mom talk about it and in that situation, I thought, because I do have a lot of wisdom, because I've been through so much and I've had a life that the thing I miss the most is the understanding that I had a life before I was sick. I've had asthma my whole life. So I have had a sickness, a illness my whole life. Allergies, tons of allergies, whatever. But chronic pain and fibro, that's like a whole different thing. So I had a life before fibro. I'm college educated. I went to cosmetology school. I had long-term relationships. The thing is, I'm not sitting here bragging about this stuff, but a lot of people talk down to me. And I know, because I'm really goofy. I'm wearing a freaking cat hat. Like, really, I mean, a lot of people don't take me that seriously. But I do get talked down to a lot. And I'm kind of like, I've had great job experience in many different fields. I've been a hairdresser, a makeup artist. I've been a social worker. I've been in homes where I'm teaching and counseling kids. I've done a lot, and I've seen a lot, and I've had suicide scares, and I've dealt with suicide ideation. If you don't know what it is, Google it. For pretty much my entire time I was depressed, which is as long as I can remember. I've participated in self-harm and self-harm pretty much, cutting and burning for probably like 6 years. And then I have chronic pain. I've had incredible anxiety. Then my codependency, my inability to say no to people, has led me down really dark paths. And so I feel really lucky to be where I am now and be the person that I am now. But I think the thing I miss most about my life before being ill is only that people forget that I had a life before being ill, because chronic illness takes away a lot of aspects of your life, right? Like, I don't have the social calendar that I had before I was sick. I mean, I worked like minimum like 50, 60 hour week. Social work is like crazy. When I worked at the hairdresser, I worked a lot less hours, but I was out I was out like at least 3 nights a week. Had a ton of friends, ton of acquaintances. I was always dating somebody or pursuing somebody, or someone was pursuing me. I'm not like internet stalking like I do now. And like just like the scariest dating stories ever. I never had to deal with that. But I think at first you go through self-doubt, like when you're kind of, people are kind of like talking down to you, or you're kind of like, I kind of deserve this because I feel helpless. I feel like if I keep having to cancel on people, people are gonna think I'm a suck person and they're not gonna like me, and so I might as well not make plans with people anymore. I might as well just not even really have friends, because they're just gonna get mad at me and because I suck. And I'm defined by my illness, and that's where you have to take the bull by its horns and you gotta ride that sucker. No, but really, I really like that. Let's ride it. You have to like stand up for the person you are and what you've learned. And because you're ill does not make you lesser. It makes you more, because you have more experience caring for yourself. Once you get to that stage, I know there's a whole stage where you just kind of beat yourself up, overdo things, get really sick. I ended up in the hospital. But once you get past that and see that you still have self-worth, you're still Emily, or whatever your name is that are watching, there are people out there that are going to love you for you. Like, my friends know I could cancel 5 minutes before something happens, or 5 minutes before something happens, I could whip it out and go to something, and they accept me for that. They love me for that. And it's something that you are just work in progress. You're the same person. You're the same person. Yeah, sure, there are not things that there's things you cannot do right now, in where you are right now in your illness. There are things that you cannot do. But there's no telling what tomorrow holds. There's no telling what God's plan is for you. So you have to take today by its horns, and not look to the past, but look to the future. And if you're not ready to look to the future, look to right now. I'm in a beautiful home with obviously an amazing curtain. I mean, this is beautiful. I have a kitty cat hat. I don't know what my hair is doing. I have an amazing therapy dog that is sleeping every single time I tape a video. Every single time she's sleeping. I'm not cold. I'm not outside. I've ate a ton of food today. Yeah, I feel like crap. Yeah, I have fatigue. Yeah, I'm in pain. The whole thing. But, and I'm not saying like, oh, there's people that are worse off than you, and this is, no, because I don't like that crap. But living within yourself, not comparing yourself to other people. I always say comparison is the root of all evil. But just accepting who you are, and that you are valuable and important and worthy, and you have had this life up till now. It's not segmented before illness and after illness, because then the whole rest of your life is after illness, kind of, and that is very depressing. So it's just your journey up till now and how you are today, and you are worth so much. And I feel like this is turning into like a CoverGirl commercial, or like a hair commercial, where I'm just gonna like come out at you. You're worth it. But in all seriousness, you are worth it. Like, screw illness. Like, there are some days you just have to be like, screw you, body. Screw you. And that's real talk. Like, you just have to work yourself up. Like, stop being a victim. Get out of the denial phase. This is who I am. This is what I'm able to do now. I used to be able to do other things now in the past, but today I have things that I would have never done in the past, and I love those things. So I'm not going to look back and figure out what aspect of me I would, no, I don't like that. And have suck days. Like, have days where you're like, listen, people, I'm gonna be crabby today, or